So we got lights all around the corral, all the way around. And this attack, it happened, what, about, not quite a year ago, or it was in March, wasn't it?
It was in March.
It was in March. And how many sheep went down?
About 14.
14 sheep. And you said there were no tracks outside of the corral, just inside the corral?
No tracks at all.
No tracks at all. You said even one of the sheep had its leg ripped off?
Yes, the hind leg.
The hind leg. And the injuries to the body, it looked like a beak or something drilled into them, drilled out holes?
It was bored into, and there was no blood, like on the wool surrounding the wound.
So like clean injuries, but there was chunks of flesh missing.
Exactly.
Big chunks of flesh and legs ripped off. You said some of the smaller lambs got trampled in the melee out here too? And the ones that were still alive, what did you do with them ones that were still alive?
We had to put them down because the rangers were here and they suggested that.
And of course the rangers said a pack of dogs got in there.
Yes.
Which I don't think is very likely, looking at the fencing job you guys got here. There's really no way to get in unless they jumped the fence and then jumped out. Was any of the animal parts removed? Any of the legs? Any portions taken away?
None.
Everything was left inside the corral?
Everything, yes.
Except for the chunks that were taken out of the animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the wool was just like all over the place. It was middle March when this happened, or late March, and they still had thick wool, and they were ripped right off.
You had wool everywhere.
Yes.
Now tell me about, you said there was like a talon type injury on the back of one of the sheep or some of the sheep?
Some of the sheep.
Okay, just like 3 claws ripped right down the back of them.
Yes.
And it tore into the wool, tore the wool off. Did it tear any skin off?
It just made like scratches on the skin.
Okay. And once again, there was no blood?
None.
Okay. Everything is still pretty much the same as it was?
Everything is still the same, except for this part. There was an enclosure in this area where there was a little lamb and its mom.
Little lamb and its mom. You said it was several days before the sheep would come out from under the structure?
They were all under their little...
So they wouldn't even come out to eat?
No.
So they were traumatized by whatever happened here.
Yeah, so we tried to bring them out, but they wouldn't come out. And there's like a little enclosed area over there where it's covered with chicken wire. They all tried to cram into that little area.
Oh boy.
47 and only 16 were there. We're still here.
So actually about 24 sheep went down.
Like that, yeah.
Wow.
One didn't even have the neck on there. Just the blood around the skin. That's where it was laying. There was nothing. No blood.
Back in the 80s, that whole Hog Back Ridge, there was Bill Huey's dropping cages on top. They looked like giant outhouses to catch something.
Yeah, that's what he was telling us one time. I remember that.
Oh no.
And we were telling him, don't go back there, but
Yeah,
he still
goes back there.
Still go back there.
I'd go back there armed to the teeth
Yeah.
with an attorney present.